New York, the Big Apple. Truly a diverse, melting pot of culture. An inspiring metropolis to be sure. So you, like me, would be forgiven in expecting to see this wonderful city having outstanding qualities. Journalistic morals, for one thing. You could think that, but you'd be wrong. For quite some time, the so-called mainstream media has been thrown into disrepute for biased opinions, personal agendas, and failing to report stories that would harm the ideals they're attempting to push. One guilty party, the New York Times. Now, if you've not been following the events closely, you may be wondering why I've singled out one particular news source when there are so many others equally deserving, if not more deserving, of a good scalding. But just recently they've stood head and shoulders above the rest in questionable ethics. Sarah Jeong, I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, and her attitudes towards white people as expressed in a series of racially charged tweets are at the centre of the controversy, because it's common knowledge that being a retard on social media can only be good for your career. Given the precarious nature of political correctness, you'd expect them to show her the door as soon as they learned of this, but absolutely not. The New York Times put out a statement in her defence. They chalked it down to the fact that she's a young Asian woman who gets harassed online. Cry me a fucking river, New York Times. I get harassed online plenty and you don't see me threatening to cancel an entire race. Which she did, if we examine just 4 of her many, many tweets. Oh man, it's kind of sick how much joy I get out of being cruel to old white men. Hashtag cancel white people. White people have stopped breeding. You'll all go extinct soon. This was my plan all along. Are white people genetically predisposed to burn faster in the sun, thus logically being only fit to live underground like grovelling goblins? These are just a few of the extremely vile tweets the newly appointed member of the editorial board has gotten away with. Mike here was fired from his position for racially charged tweets, but he's a man, so fair game, I guess? I'll leave a link below where you can see for yourself all the times that people have screwed themselves over on Twitter, and how shocking it is Sarah didn't get screwed over given the level of vitriol she was spewing. As for the statement released by the New York Times, effectively saying, this doesn't reflect our beliefs, but we're still gonna hire her. Those words aren't a magic get-out-of-jail-free card. She is now in an editorial position in your organisation. Her beliefs are the company's beliefs. She's an openly admitted vile racist, and you've pulled a chair for her. What she says is a reflection on you, New York Times, whether you like it or not. So, non-gender specific people kind, given how political correctness is going absolutely batshit crazy, leave your most overly politically correct comments down in the comment section below. The ones that make me laugh the most I'll put at the end of my next video, and as always, thank you for your time.